All those warm words between President Trump and Russian President Putin suddenly turned chilly today. Mr. Trump had his UN ambassador condemn Russian aggression in Ukraine and warned that U.S. sanctions will not be lifted until Russia ends the occupation of Ukraine's Crimea Peninsula. The new president has been talking tough to friend and foe alike all around the globe. Today, he said the world is in trouble, but he will fix it. Here's Chief White House correspondent Major Garrett.
When you hear about the tough phone calls I'm having, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. They're tough. We have to be tough.
At the National Prayer Breakfast, President Trump described his tense conversation Saturday with Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. Mr. Trump objected to an Obama administration agreement in which the U.S. committed to accept more than 1,200 refugees that Australia does not want. On Twitter, the president called it a dumb deal.
And I said, why? Why are we doing this? What's the purpose? So we'll see what happens.
White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer offered a sharper assessment of the president's reaction.
Unbelievably disappointed in the previous administration's deal that was made and how poorly it was crafted and the threat to national security it put the United States on.
That's not the only diplomatic test confronting the White House. The Trump administration is reviewing new sanctions against Iran after it carried out ballistic missile tests, and Iranian-backed Houthi rebels attacked a Saudi vessel.
President Trump, military action off the table in Iran?
Nothing's, honestly, nothing is off the table.
There is a clear path to restoring peace in eastern Ukraine.
Late today at the UN, U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley condemned Russia's increasingly aggressive posture in eastern Ukraine and urged Russia to return territories it occupies.
The parties on the ground should heed this signal and hold their fire.
U.S. relations with Mexico have soured also over a border wall and Mr. Trump's vow to tear up the North American free trade deal.
I don't care if it's a renovation of NAFTA or a brand new NAFTA, but we do have to make it fair.
I know this was a hotly contested election, and we do not all feel the same way about the outcome.
On his first day on the job, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson urged diplomats and foreign service officers to pull together, even as hundreds have voiced dissent over the president's immigration policy.
We cannot let our personal convictions overwhelm our ability to work as one team.
Tillerson got to work with close U.S. allies, phoning the foreign ministers of Canada and Mexico and meeting with Germany's foreign minister at the State Department. And Scott, late today, Australia's ambassador to the United States came here to the White House to meet with senior officials in hopes of resolving this dispute over refugee resettlement.
Major Garrett at the White House. Major, thank you.